Hello guys, and welcome back to Pure Heart. Chris here, as usual, back again with another album review. And guys, before we get started, make sure you guys hit a like on this video and comment down below what you guys thought about this album. And also, if you're new here or a returning visitor and you haven't yet subscribed, then hit that subscribe button. It really helps out this channel. But let's get into it. So Behold Him by Baloche. I may have destroyed that name, and I'm very sorry. So that is that. Is Baloche's 22nd album with Integrity Music. It's probably his 22nd album that he's ever done. And so my initial thoughts of this album was, okay, this could be another typical worship album, and it's gonna have, those amazing moments for God, and then, it's gonna talk about, what God has done for them into their life, and then, yes, and guess what this album is? It's all three of those things for a typical worship album. And so going in, my thoughts were the same as listening to it. Were there a few surprises? Yes. Were there a few that weren't surprises? Yes. So literally the best way to describe this album is this album is just fine. I'm just gonna get into the good for this album because, I don't really have any thoughts about just this album. It's just a fine album. So literally some of the good for this album is, one of how short it is. It's a 45-minute album, only 10 songs. That's great. That's always great thing to listen to, especially if it's an album that I was just like, it's just okay. And so, if it was longer and I'd have the same feelings, I probably wouldn't do this review. But it was a short album. This guy's pretty popular. So also, some of the collaborators that he has on this album, they do at least lend their strengths, even though for a little bit, especially Chris Brown from Elevation Worship with the song Heaven Is Where You Are, which lyrically it's okay, but musically it's really great. It's amazing. I also got the title track and also the lead single off this album, which is called Behold Him, which is with Kim Walker-Smith. I have iffy thoughts about Kim Walker-Smith personally. Not really a huge fan of really her singing style. It's a personal preference right there. Yeah, so just really big name worship artists on this album. A few standout songs would have to be the first song, especially around the bridge part. I really like that. It had a really, really nice vibe to it. It really, got you into what this really album is going to be about. And, there's a few songs here and there that is like, I actually really like this. It's not bad. This album does have a very nice flow for the most part with some of the songs, even though I would probably change it here and there, especially with the song For the King. I'd probably move that to a little bit later than where it's at, because mainly it just has this very nice send out piece for the album, and that's actually a really good song that I do recommend you guys listening to. And so, there's a few good songs here and there. If you guys missed this album, then, that's okay. It's not the greatest album I've probably listened to. And so overall, I'm going to have to give this album a 3.5 out of 5. Praise Hounds. An album that's fine. It's good lyrically, but it lacks in a musically. There's a few highlights here and there, but most of it is just meh. There's some really good collaborators within some of these songs. So, yeah. So if you guys would, leave a like onto this video if you guys like it, and also comment down below what you guys' favorite song off this album, and what you guys also thought about this album, and also what you guys want me to review either this week, what I missed in the future, whatever it may be. Leave it down in the comments, please. I need to know what you guys want me to review. It really helps me out, so I'm not listening to albums that I really don't want to listen to, but I'm more tailoring it to what you guys want me to review. So Yeah. And also, if you're new here or a returning visitor and you haven't yet subscribed, then guess what? Hit that subscribe button, and guess what? You are loved. Boom. Bye.